welcome to Mind Your Business, the channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip. Well, people, we have Scrappy, who seems to be stressing out his mum to the point where she ended up in hospital. And we've got Rasheeda, who seems to say that she didn't know about the girls pulling up on Yandy and Mendeecees. But the flashback showed otherwise. Let's talk about it, people. Well, I've got people, my inclusive crew. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, just a couple bits on the most recent episode. Because I just noticed a couple bits that I thought, this is very interesting here. Right? So, firstly, Jock and Mendeecees in the barbershop scene. That was hilarious, particularly when you've got, Mendeecees, who is vexed about Kirk because he basically, feels like he's just catching strays because of Kirk and his foolishness with, Jasmine and all that kind of stuff that happened. So he feels like Kirk and Rasheeda have thrown him under the bus. He don't know how his name got caught up all of this madness as far as he's concerned, even though there was a girl there saying that her best friend apparently, has been doing something with him. But anyway, so he definitely is not happy about it. I personally feel like Kirk just wants somebody else to be in the hot seat with him anyway. I thought it was funny when he said that if he had a chance to chat to him like on a real level, he'd be like, you done fucked up. So I started cracking up with that. I was like, yes, Mendeecees, he definitely does know he effed up. But what made me laugh though is also where, he was talking about Kirk saying, oh yeah, he deletes all the messages when they're arguing, which is a load of bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But his response was just like, damn, and she fell for that? And everybody in the shop was cracking up. And I just thought, Rasheeda, I hope you watch this back and feel like a bit of an idiot, because why are you buying into this bullshit? But, if you're happy, then stay happy with the nonsense. But, yeah, that cracked me up. But like I said, I feel like they just want another couple that's in the heat, because obviously their couple of them have been under fire because of Kirk and his foolishness. So they just want someone else to have to share the hot seat with it. It's what it's given to me anyway. Jock, however, I just feel like he's just ridiculous and he needs to fix up his world, because we know he's complaining about him and Kendra and them two having an argument. The reality of it is that he has an issue because he's judging her based on his standards. Because clearly, obviously, if there's a woman in his DMs that was giving him heart eyes, he couldn't just focus on the work. Clearly, he would have to smash and maybe get them on at the same time. So that's what it's given to me. Back in London, I thought it was good when we saw them over there performing in London for the Unruly Fest. Like I said, I felt like Spice done a great thing by bringing the cast with her. So I think that's good exposure for them. We get to see that Scrappy's worried about his mum, about her being in hospital. But she's really in hospital because she's saying that she's stressed out because of Scrappy. She found out about this extra baby mother that he's got and him having this threesome and this whole bunch of madness that happened. So this is why she's stressed out, and he's over there stressing out Bambi, because Bambi's like, well, he's reached out to me. He's reaching out to her for support or something. And she's kind of looking at him like, well, I've seen you in your little funny ways. And she feels like he's kind of, he's out here being reckless. And he is, because how are you as a grown man? You're having a threesome and you're going bareback in this day and age? Just raw like that? Like, where's your common sense? Like, do you not care about your life? I feel like Scrappy is moving reckless between his fallout with Chaotic and getting his girl pregnant, and just the way he's been moving. You can tell his mum is also concerned about him, hence why she was just like, well, she's there stressing herself out all the time about him, isn't she? At some point, I feel like Mama D's got to realise he's a grown man, yeah? Yes, you're always going to love your kids, you're going to always look out for your children, but he is grown, and as my mum would say, who don't hear must feel. And sometimes when people don't hear, they're going to have to learn the hard way and find out for themselves. So I feel like that's what he's kind of going through at the moment. And I'm sure, I think it's kind of also quite reckless of the girl. How are you going to go and have a threesome and you don't take care of yourself? Do you not have like a morning after pill? Like, I just think she obviously had a plan, and Scrappy's out here being reckless. So this is what happens when you behave like this. But when it comes to Bambi, I feel like, he still loves her. She still has love for him as well. But, I don't blame her and wanting to protect her energy, because he comes with a lot. I feel like at some points it's like he can drain your energy. He's got too much going on sometimes. And all of it is stuff that he's creating and that he needs to basically grow up and fix up on. Now, Jock and Kendra, like I said, I feel like Jock needs to fix up his backside, because clearly he just can't deal with the taste of his own medicine, and that's his problem. So that's what I see as an issue. But anyway, we saw Jock and Kendra see the pastor to get some marital advice, and even the pastor was just like, well, you guys are on kind of separate pages. And he basically said they needed some intensive kind of therapy and a bounce back plan. Because they're just on different pages. And you can see they're on different pages. But I just feel like I said, Jock needs to grow up. he is judging her based on his little dutty standards, because clearly he's been dipping it low and spreading it wide for so long that he just feels like everybody's going to be on the same shit as him. Now, Yandy, Mendeecees and the whole Kirk and Rasheeda sit down, I felt was kind of lackluster. Like the way Yandy and Mendeecees have been talking about the situation, like Yandy felt a bit blindsided, like she's thinking like it was Rasheeda, know something about it. She hasn't spoken to her since this whole mix-up happened. Kirk, I just feel like I feel like he just wants company in the whole, bad husband brigade, and Mendeecees doesn't want to join that brigade. But anyway, even when they're sitting there and Kirk brings up, I don't know about this whole side chick thing, just kind of leave it alone kind of thing, and even when the producers ask him, have you seen Mendeecees do anything, suspicious? He's like, I'm pleading the fifth, basically. So I'm like, so you're saying you've seen him do some questionable things, or are you just trying to throw him on the bus because you need some company? And he also said, well, not everybody can be making all this shit up, some of this has to be true, essentially. So again, throwing Mendeecees under the bus. And I thought that was an interesting take from him, because when people are saying things about his relationship, it's a lie, but somehow when it comes to Mendeecees, it rings true. Now, Rasheeda, on the other hand, I thought was interesting because, when Yandy said, what happened and the whole altercation that nearly happened with the girls coming up to her, and she was like, she didn't know about it. Yandy's looking at Mendeecees and Kirk and saying, well, didn't you tell Kirk? And, of course, Kirk knew about it, but he's trying to say that he didn't tell her. But then they showed that flashback to was it last week when it was Rasheeda and Kirk sitting with Erica and Sierra talking about what happened, and she was having a kiki. So I'm like, well, it looks like you knew there. But to Yandy's face, you're saying he didn't know. So I'm like, you might have known they're going to pull up on her, but by now you would have heard that the whole mix-up happened. So you should have reached out to Yandy. So I thought that was interesting. It was giving him a bit of fake vibes, like everyone was kind of not saying what they really want to say. From what Yandy says, that Mendeecees and Kirk knew each other from before. So I can see a bit of bro situation going on. But to me, Kirk is not giving bro completely because of the fact that he keeps bringing up his name. But we shall see whether there's any receipts to this or not. I suppose eventually, what's in the dark must come to light. But I just thought nothing was resolved. Even when Mendeecees were like, oh, yeah, thanks, I feel like we've cleared the air. I feel like you didn't clear anything. I don't feel like anything changed in that whole conversation. Apart from seeing that Rasheeda seems like she is a little bit of a liar, because she said she didn't know, and the clip that they showed, the flashback, looked like she well and knew. So, But anyway, of course, I went to go check out social media to see what people were saying on there about the show. Here are some tweets that had me cracking up. Okay, so you've seen those and you've heard what I have to say. Now, what are you saying about the show? Let me know your thoughts below. Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.